Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Roberts and I am the Podqueen. It is snowing outside. Well, not exactly snowing. We had a foot of snow the other day. So I am tired of it. I know that people love the snow and I think it's pretty when it's coming down, but as a mom, oh my gosh, the whole house becomes a drying rack. There's mud splattered everywhere. That was just a quick little complaint. I had to get it off my chest. If you live in Alaska, bless your heart. I feel sad for you. I want to live in the tropics, people. I want to avoid snow if I can. Okay, that's opinion number one. Moving right into opinion number two. Okay, I got some fun comments about my last podcast, so that was a little bit fun. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to clarify just a little bit about interpersonal relationships, because I know I hit from the aspect of we need to be direct communicators and not manipulating people and trying to get them to read our facial expressions and tone of voice and all of that when we actually could just say what needs to be said. But I wanted to qualify that in that I'm not giving you permission to be brazen and brash and aggressive. That's not the point. The point is we want to be clear, upfront communicators, and there's a way to do that in a still kind way. And you know, in Proverbs it says a gentle answer turns away wrath. And so there is a way to say something truthful that the person who needs to hear the truth statement can receive it. And there's a way to make the same statement that makes it harder for the person to receive it because you're so aggressive and so like, "Rrr." Now, I know how to do both ways really well. I've done it wrong a ton. I've messed up relationships and had to try to repair them. So I get it. But what I see as a trend that I want us to just change and become more biblical in our approach is that people can live irritated with people and never deal with it, never address it, never try to bring resolve, and they just, you know, they just maneuver. Like I said before, you can avoid someone, and I don't think that's good. I think there's a way to have healthy relationships and have healthy interpersonal communication that is still kind, it's still biblical, it's still truthful, but you don't have to avoid conflict, but also you don't have to go after conflict, because that's the other side. Is someone loves to confront. That's a mess. And you know, like I told you before, I learned a lot of communication skills, if you would consider them a skill. That's for you to decide, when I lived in Europe. And there is a need to tell versus a need to know. And let me make that clear what I mean by that. It seemed like in a lot of different contexts, there would, Dwayne and I were helping lead schools, and so there's always some sort of kind of spontaneous repentance time where we would get ourselves right with each other in different relationships in our small groups, getting ready to go on outreach, just want to clean up relationships. And so it was never planned, but it just seemed to happen regularly in every school that we would just kind of, you know, have a time of confession. Well, often I had a line of people waiting to talk to me, and it started out like this. Jennifer, when I first met you, I didn't like you at all. I thought you were so shallow, you were so loud, you were so this, you were so that, da, 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 da. But I really like you now. Bye-bye. And you just go, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, I ended up getting hurt because they felt the need to unload everything that they had felt. Well, that was unnecessary. That was their need to tell me to get it off their chest, but I didn't need to know that. That didn't help me. That left me with a little bump in my heart. And so I just want us to be wise in communicating with people and to let love cover things. There are personality differences that are not sin. There are personality clashes that may never change because you have two different people in a room and they just do things differently. And no matter, you know, you can confront all you want, but it may not fix it. There are elements of human beings that we have to accept who they are and ask God to give us perspective on their heart. So my caution to you is, yes, let's be forthright in our communication. Let's bring restoration. Let's move into forgiveness. If we're offended, tell someone. Don't make them wait to come to you. They don't know. They can't read your mind. So let's fix that. But also, let's not be so aggressive that we need to just divulge our whole heart and wound the person in the process of trying to bring restoration. That's not helpful. Need to know versus need to tell. Okay, second opinion, here it is. Now, I went there so fast about the guy-girl thing. Okay, let me slow it down, but I'll say it the same. I do not believe that guys and girls can be best friends. I believe they can be friends, but I don't believe they can be best friends. I have seen this over and over again. Often there'll be someone, girl going, oh, me and Johnny, we're hanging out. They're hanging out a ton. And then he's my best friend. It's just so great. We're best friends. I'm in my mind going, I'm going to give that about 3 months before someone confesses they're in love with the other person. I've never seen it happen. I mean, I don't want to be so bold to say it never happens, but I've never seen it happen. Now, you don't have to agree with me. I'm not displaying biblical truth right now. It's not like I'm talking about the cross and you better agree because this is theology. This is Podqueen. Podqueen has opinions. Podqueen's giving wisdom from her experience. But I don't care if you agree or disagree, but I'm going to voice my opinion anyway because it's my show. Isn't that fun? You can do your own show. Anyway, here's the other thing I see. This bugs me. If a guy has a crush on you, guard his heart and do not take advantage of him. You know what I'm talking about? I've seen women get in a position where they know the guy likes them, but then they continue to still hang out with him. That's mean. That is hard for that guy to be able to get over you. You're not interested in him, but you're kind of using him because he can fix your car for you, and he can light a fire for you, and he can split wood for you. Wrong. Do not take advantage of him. That is wrong to do that. And it bugs me. There's the opinion. It bugs me when I see guys getting taken advantage of because they want to be helpful. I think guys want to cover. They want to, they see a woman, she's frail, she's got consumption, nearly dead. Oh my gosh, what can they do? Do not take advantage of a man by playing the vulnerability card. That's not fair to him. And then also, well, I don't know if guys are watching. Quit telling a woman how pretty she is if you know she has a crush on you. If she's voiced it and then you keep going, oh, you're so pretty, knock it off. That is mean. That is hard for her heart to handle. If you're going to continue to lavish compliments on her, you have no intention of moving there with your heart and you know she likes you. That's wrong. Now, am I saying guys don't compliment women? No, not at all. I think there's an appropriate way to say to a woman, wow, you look great. You look attractive. That's okay. But if you know she likes you and you have no interest in her, do not feed that. Because a woman's mind goes to fantasy then. And she starts thinking, oh, you really do like her, da-da-da, and drama, people. Men and women are very different. Very different. And so I want us to be cautious in our boundaries in guy-girl relationships. Now, guys are fun to hang out with. I get that. They're easy. Do it in a group, really. Or, if you're going to do a coffee, fine, do a coffee in an afternoon. Unless you're interested, then go out at night, put a little perfume on, whatever you want to do. Get the red lipstick, girl. Go, go, go. But if you're going just as a friend, know this, you're not going to be best friends. You can't completely divulge your heart. Really. I just don't think there's wisdom in doing that. But it's fun to hang out with guys. So get together in groups, do things. Right now there's tons of young adults in our community. They're going out sledding, mixed guys, girls, just playing together, going out for pizza afterwards. I'm all for it. Have a great time. But don't toy with people's emotions. Be careful. Does that make sense? I know you can't really respond. I'm on the TV camera. We don't have interactive yet, but we will. One day, Podqueen is going to pioneer this whole thing. She's so technologically advanced. Wait for it. So there it is. Those are Podqueen's opinions. Ask questions if you want. Message me. Let me know what you think. And maybe we'll do another one based on some of your interests. So that's it. Thanks, you guys.